welcome. It's good to see all of you again. Very, very nice to see all of you again. Thank you for spending your evenings with me. I will now begin question number 1. This question appeared in the 2014 PSLE paper. This was in question 15. So let's go through this question, all right? Now, the very first thing that we see is a triangle. In fact, we are told that we have identical right-angled triangles. Agree? So whenever you see this question, the first thing that should pop up in your head is the formula for area of triangles, okay? And the formula, I believe everybody remembers. It will be half times base times height, right? For area of triangles, the formula is half times base times height. That's right. I see more of you typing it in. Very, very good. And a lot of people have actually gotten the correct answer. Okay, do you want me to reveal the answer now or later? Should I reveal the answer now? The answer is option number 2. A lot of you have gotten it right. Very good job there. Okay, so how did most of you get 2? Let's go through this question. Now, we are told that we have 2 identical right-angled triangles. So, whatever we see on one side, we should also apply it to the other triangle, right? So, I'm going to highlight the triangles for you. I have pre-highlighted it here. One is in purple, one is in green. I hope everybody is able to tell the difference between the 2 colors. If it is not very clear, you can let me know. Okay, we have one purple and one green, and they are both identical. Okay, both identical. All right, so since they are both identical, the first thing I want to do is to write down all the things that I've been told. I know that this is 10 cm, excuse me, from AB. AB and PQ are basically the same sides from identical triangles, right? So this is 10 cm. Hence, I can look for the area of one triangle, okay? I can look for the area of one triangle. I am going to focus on the triangle here first, yeah? So step 1, look for the area of one triangle, all right? I hope the screen is now bigger for you to see. So step 1, find one triangle. And that will be half times base 10 times height 15, okay? Now, you can simply do cross cancellation. So, I will cross cancel the 2 and the 10. Both divide by 2. And that leaves me with 15 times 5 to give us 75. Alright, let me shift this a little bit. Is this better? Can all of you see this now? Okay, now I'm going to explain one part here. Alright, why PQ is 10 cm? That's because the green and the purple are identical. So the shorter side is 10 and the longer side is 15. And the slant length will be not 75, what am I saying? The slant length here and the slant length here are equal. Okay, we don't know the slant length and that doesn't matter because we don't need the slant length to help us look for the area, okay? So, first step is to look for the area of one triangle, all right? So, that will be half times base times height to give me 75. Now, because I have 2 of these triangles, I will then multiply this by 2. Okay, so 2 triangles would be 75 times 2 to give me 150. Okay? Memorize. The exams won't give you this formula. You got to memorize it, all right? Good evening to everybody who just joined. Welcome. As I was saying, how we get half, this is from the formula of triangle. Let me explain to you if you're wondering how come it's half, okay? Just a quick background for triangles. Why the half is there? Why must we memorize the half? That's because in a rectangle, the formula is basically length times breadth to give us area. Agree? Length times breadth equals area. Okay? In a rectangle, length times breadth is area. Yep. Okay? Tashani, you're right. So from here, if I want a triangle, I just take half of the area of rectangle. So I will take half of length times breadth to give me the triangle. That's why I got a half for the formula, okay? But of course, we don't want to confuse ourselves with length and breadth. So we change the length to become base, breadth we become height. And this height must be perpendicular because it is coming from a rectangle. And the rectangle has 90 degrees, right? All rectangles got 90 degrees, right? That's why the height must be perpendicular, okay, to form that rectangle. Got it? Okay, so far can, ah? Alright, so the area for triangle is half times base times height. Then, now that I have two triangles, I will look for the areas, which is 150. Okay, then from here, I am going to look for the unshaded part right in the center. Okay, the unshaded part, the small little triangle here. Alright. I am going to slow down because I think some of you are saying that I'm very laggy. So I'm going to slow down for like maybe a minute so that your speed can catch up, and then we will continue. Okay? Alright. Okay. So far, all good. If you are learning something, can you help me spam the like button, please? Thank you very much. Alright. Okay, all good, yeah? Alright, let's continue. So, two triangles, hence two areas here, 150 in total. Okay? So, now that I have 150, I know that the shaded part is 96. So, I am going to take 150 minus 96. That is my next step. Alright, so 150 minus 96, this is going to give us 54. Okay, what two triangles? The two triangles are the green one and the purple one. Half times base times height, and I multiply by 2 because they are identical. In the question, it says identical. Got it? So that's why I have two triangles. Okay? Alright. 96. Guys, let's read the question. You are not reading the question, hence you are very confused. Remember to read the question. Identical right-angled triangles. That's why times 2. 96 comes from where? From the question. The total area of the shaded parts is 96. Okay, hence we take away 96. That leaves us with 54. Got it? Okay? Right? Now 54 is not the correct answer. Can anybody tell me why 54 is not correct? Anybody knows why 54 is not correct? Do we know why? Someone mentioned we have to divide by 2. You are right. So 54 here is not the correct answer because this is 2 overlaps. Okay? The 54 here represents 2 overlaps. So we cannot use this as the correct answer because we have to divide this by 2 to find just one overlap. So that's 54 divided by 2 to give us 27. Okay? So the final answer is 27. Alright? Okay, I'm going to explain this to you one more time. I see a lot of people very confused. I'm going to explain this to you one more time. Okay? Alright, now everybody take a look at my hands, huh? My hands. I have two sort of identical hands, right? I'm going to have two identical hands here. So what's happening is, imagine my hands are the triangles. Okay, I'm explaining why divide by 2 now. Huh? Imagine my hands are the two triangles. Triangle 1, triangle 2, identical. Now, when they are placed one on top of another, when they are placed one on top of another like this, which is what the question has here. When they are placed one on top of another, notice that little parts of my fingers are overlapping, right? Agree, everybody? Little parts of my fingers are overlapping. So when you take the two areas, 150, and you take away all the outside parts, the ones that are not overlapping, the palm area, they are not overlapping. When you take that away, I am left with two sets of fingers, right? Two sets of fingers today. Got it? So if I have two sets of fingers, I only want to find one set because in the diagram, I can only see one set. The other one is behind. I don't need to care about it. Okay? Hence, I need to divide by 2 to find one set. Got it? Can understand? Because they are overlapping. I only want one set, the one that you can see. The one behind, I don't want it. So I just divide by 2 because when I subtract, I have two sets. I want to take away the one behind to leave me with just one set of exposed overlap part. Okay? That's why I divide by 2. Clear? If you understand, can you help me spam the like button, please? Thank you very, very much. All right. Great. I see that a lot of you understand now. Fantastic. Okay. All right. For those of you who just joined, welcome. My name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths. Today, we are running through area and perimeter questions. And this is applicable for Primary 5, Primary 6, and Primary 6 Foundation. Okay, area and perimeter is applicable for P5, P6, and P6 Foundation. Okay, if you would like to get your hands on our worksheet, you can get them from our Telegram channel. Just search up MasterMaths PSLE. Okay, all right, great. Okay, for those of you who are no longer in primary school and you are still tuning in, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your time. I am running through area and perimeter questions today. And if you're interested, you can try the questions with us. Okay? All right, let me shift this a little bit. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's move on. Yes, we can do ratio. No, sorry. We cannot do ratio next week. Let me explain why in a while, okay? Let's move on to question number 2. All right. Question number 2 next. Okay. While you are looking at question 2 and reading question 2, let me share with you our upcoming PSLE Maths Crash Course. We are having a PSLE Maths Crash Course on the 11th to the 13th of March, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. Let me very quickly show you the poster. Okay, we are having a Maths Crash Course from 11th to 13th of March, 2:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. If you are interested, please register soon because we will close the sign-ups very, very soon. We only have less than 33 seats left as of today. And during the crash course, we'll be going through a lot of very useful tips and questions like before, change, after concept. We will also, thank you very much. We will also run through RFPD, ratio, fractions, percentage, decimals. We will also talk about area and perimeter, okay? So please try your best to join because it's very, very useful for you. Okay, the science crash course will be on the 13th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 14th and 15th, 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. Okay? All right. If you would like to join, please but please type this link and register ASAP. Okay? This one, for our regular students, you are entitled to a coupon code for a discount. For non-MasterMaths students, you would have to pay $297 for one subject. But if you attend both, then there will be a discount. Okay? Now, for those of you who are saying it's expensive, personally, I don't think it is, because we are having it for 9 hours. 9 hours. And you're learning so much more in that 9 hours. So if your parents can afford it, I would really highly encourage you to join. Okay? Okay, great. Alright. Before we move on, there are some of you who are asking me to do ratio or angles next week. Unfortunately, I would have to share with you this announcement. We are entering Ramadan period, and therefore we will not be having live classes during the Ramadan period. So the next time that I will see you is after Ramadan. Okay, so today is our last live session together before Ramadan break, and then following that we will see each other again. Okay? All right. Okay, with that, let's try question number 2. Okay, question number 2. I'm going to help you highlight the parts of the question that they're talking about. They want you to look for the fraction of rectangle that is shaded. So I have broken up the shaded parts into 2 triangles. Try to look for the areas of the 2 triangles. Okay? In the meantime, if you have enjoyed our live lessons on Tuesdays so far, can you please help me spam the like button, because that will really, really help us reach our target audience. Can you please help us spam the like button, please? Remember to share this with all your friends and family and classmates and whoever that you know, okay? Thank you very, very much. Oh, that's very nice to know, Risky. Congratulations. All right. Okay. DE is 2 cm, right? You are right. You are indeed right. All right, shall we go through this question now? If you are confused, what's your thought process? Guys, let's talk about thought process, okay? Because a lot of you, I realize, when a lot of students, right, when they see questions and they don't know how to solve, they just follow the teacher's guide without actually forming their own thought process. And that will actually hinder you to solve questions independently. So let me teach you how to form your own thought process. Okay? Let's all be nice to one another in the chat. All right, everyone. Let's talk about this question. Okay? Now, we know that rectangle ACEF is made up of 2 rectangles, 1, 2, and 2 squares, 1, 2. All right, so what's your thought process? When you see 2 squares, you should straight away think of? What do you think we should think of when we see 2 squares? Guys, what's 2 squares? Yes, equal sides. Very good. So we will straight away think of equal length. Okay? Equal sides. So when we see equal sides, just draw out these little strokes here to tell you that the lengths are all equal. Got it? So that is the very first thing that you want to think of. Square, hence equal sides. Therefore, you draw this to remind yourself that it's equal sides. Okay? So that's your very first thought process. Alright? And then the second thing is very simple. In the next line, they say BC is 2 cm, CD is 3 cm. So I'm pretty sure in school, all your teachers have told you the same thing. If you see information and you see diagram, put it into the diagram. Right? So that's what we're going to do. Put all the information into the diagram. BC is 2 cm and CD is 3 cm. Okay? So BC is 2 cm, CD is 3 cm. Alright, guys, let's be nice to one another. Alright. Okay, Danish, you are right. Okay, so from here, what we want to continue is to label all the other sides that are relevant to us. So since we know these are all equal and one of them is already 2, we can continue to label this as 2 cm, this as 2 cm, this is also 2 cm, hence the other side also 2 cm. Okay? Got it? Alright. Okay, then what do you want to do next? What do we want to do next? We are asked to find the fraction of rectangle ACEF that is shaded. So your next thought process is to understand what the question is asking for. They want rectangle ACEF that is shaded and they want it in a fraction form. Okay? So for fraction form, find everything seems to be very overwhelming. So let's break it down. For fraction form, the thing that you can do to help yourself is to write down in English what the fraction is talking about. So in this question, they want fraction of rectangle ACEF that is shaded. So the question is asking you to look for shaded over ACEF. Make sense? Okay? All make sense, yeah? So rectangle ACEF that is shaded means I want shaded over ACEF. Hence, shaded on top, ACEF below. Okay? So by just cutting up this question into parts to help us understand, we already know the two things that we need to look for. ACEF as well as the shaded parts. Okay? So that's exactly what we would look for. Alright, everybody? Okay, so the shaded part is the two triangles. So let's focus on the two triangles. Alright, shaded part for triangle P, that's half base height. So half times base 3 times height 2 to give us 3. Cancel, cancel, cross cancellation. Can understand? Half times 3 times 2 will give us 3. Okay, this is on area of triangles, yeah? We are focusing on proportion of a figure that is shaded here, okay? Alright. I am actually reading the comments. So if you have any questions, you can let me know. Yeah. Okay, what we are doing here is called cross cancellation. You should have learnt this in P5 and P6 when you talk about multiplying fractions. Okay? Otherwise, you can just take half times 3 times 2, which is 6. So that's half of 6. Half of 6 is just 3. Okay? So that leaves us with triangle P as 3 cm square. Then we can look for triangle Q. Let's focus on triangle Q. Okay? The base will be one side of the triangle. So let's call this the base of Q. Okay? The red one, base of Q is this part here. This is the base of Q. Now I want the height of Q. Okay? The height of Q will be the perpendicular height, which is over here. This is the height of Q. Okay? Got it? Yes, it is indeed 2 cm. So, area of triangle Q will be half times base times height to also give us 3. Okay? All right. Great. Then from here, I just have to look for shaded over total. So the next thing I want to look for is total first, okay? So total area ACEF is just length times breadth. Length is 5, breadth is 4. That gives us 20. Can follow? Okay, this is area, not perimeter. What fraction of rectangle ACEF is shaded? Shaded means inside. Inside means area. Okay? So that's 20. Now I just form the fraction that I want. I want shaded over ACEF. That's 3 plus 3 over 20. So 6 over 20, which is the same as 3 over 10. Answer is option number 3. Okay? Okay? Alright. Everybody understand? Great. If you understand, can you help me spam the like button, please? Thank you, Pak Su. Alright. I can repeat. Give me a minute, yeah? Okay, let's try to digest what the question said. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so you can see the entire question. There we go. Alright, I'm going to repeat this one more time, okay, everybody? Alright, for those of you who don't understand this cancellation, I'm going to repeat this again. Now, half times base times height is the area of triangle formula. So, I will apply area of triangle formula to find area of P. Half times base, which is here, 3 cm, times height, perpendicular height, which is here, 2 cm. Okay? So half times 3 times 2. Now, for those of you who don't understand the cancellation, don't worry. Half times 3 times 2 is the same as half times 6. Okay? Half of 6 will give you 3. Half of 6 means 6 divided by 2. Okay? Half of 6 means 6 divided by 2 to give us 3. This part can follow? Okay, can ya? So if you don't understand the cancellation, don't worry. You just multiply the numbers first, then take half of it. Half of it means divide by 2. Okay? So that's how I got 3 here. Similar for Q as well. Q's base is here. Perpendicular height is here. It has to be perpendicular, which means 90 degrees. Okay? So how tall is triangle Q? Imagine triangle Q is standing and taking the height and weight, like how you do in primary school, right? So when you take your height and weight, you have to stand against the wall. Your head is going to touch the wall already. How tall are you? This will be its height, 2 cm. Got it? Okay, so now you got area of Q, area of P, find the total, which is 6, and the entire thing is 4 times 5 to give us 20. Hence, 6 over 20, which is 3 out of 10. Okay? Alright. Everybody okay? Alright, if you are clear, can you help me spam the like button, please? That will really, really help us reach our audience. Okay, great. For those of you who are wondering, I'm in our MasterMaths office. Alright. Thank you for letting me know. That's really nice of you. Okay, for those of you who just joined, welcome. My name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths, and in this live lesson, we are running through area and perimeter questions, mainly on perimeter. Okay, mainly on perimeter. We are running through some key concepts here. Number 1, proportion of figure. So in question 2, we are looking at proportions here. Fraction of figure is proportion, yeah? And then we will also talk about spatial visualization, where we will learn how to do cut and paste or moving things around. And then finally, we will also talk about We will also talk about area optimization, which is the last question for today. Okay? Let's aim to finish this by 8:45 if possible. Okay? Yes, thank you very much. Hello everybody who just joined. I can see all your comments. Hi Ease. And for those of you who are wondering, no, we are not at our Tampines Center, not in our Woodlands Center, and not in the Fair Park Center. We are in our office. The Brainimo X MasterMaths office is the same office. Okay? Alright, why you're so curious today? Okay, let's move on to question number 3. The office is very close to the Fair Park Center actually. Very close to the Fair Park Center. Okay? Alright, question number 3. Question 3 is so interesting. Please try this question now. Especially for those of our friends who are already in primary 6 this year. Try this question. Very interesting. If you have already graduated, much better. Do you think you can get to the answer? Alright, so how do we solve this question? Yes, today everything area. Unfortunately, the office is not open to public. It's only for our staff members. So if you are interested, you cannot come here. Alright. The 90 cm square is not the breadth. Cm square means we are looking at area. So the space inside is 90. Okay? We need to find the area of the shaded part here. Let me give you a hint. I am not going to use length and breadth. Seems very hard, right? Let me give you another hint, okay? We are going to use what is called cutting. One way to help us visualize better is by cutting the figure up. So this is one question on spatial visualization. We are going to cut this up. How are you going to cut it up? What do you think we can do to cut it up? How to solve? Hi Danya. How do we solve this? Somebody mentioned. Very good. I'm not going to butcher your name, so I won't pronounce it. But you are right. We are going to divide it to many parts of 20 cm square. You are right. Wow. Good job. Okay, so we are going to cut this up into many parts of 20 cm square. As many as we can. Alright, as many as we can. Hi Danya. But 90 can't divide 20, you are right. So what's the balance after we divide? What is the balance after we divide? Hello, Neat. The answer, Danish, you are right, 198. Well done. Okay, yes, very good. Remainder 10. You're right. So I'm going to show you, okay? More of you are getting it. We will first cut this up into many parts of 20 cm square. And then the balance, we will realize that it's very easy to obtain. Now, when we cut this into many parts of 20 cm square, let me just bring it up here. This is what we will get. Everybody able to see? What I'm doing here is called cutting. Basically, I'm just cutting the figure up into parts that I already have. Okay? So I'm going to cut into many 20 cm square. Now 90 divided by 20, we are going to have 20, 40, 60, 80. Balance is 10. Right? Balance is 10. So when balance is 10, this is just half of 20. So this must be half of 44. Can you understand? Wow, you understand. Very good. So realize this question actually, right? You don't need to look for length and breadth. You just cut. You realize, hey, I got 4 sets of what I already have. plus half a set of what I have. Okay? Alright, so to find the shaded area, you just add up 44 plus 44 plus 44 plus 44 plus another 22. Got it? So the final answer would be, let me write it down here. This would be 44 times 4 plus 22 to give us 198. Okay, the final answer is 198. Let me shift this around so that you can see a little bit better. I'm going to explain it, okay? If you don't understand, don't worry. I will explain this one more time. Okay, everybody? Thanks for all your nice words. If you use other methods, also can. I will explain it again. It's okay if you don't understand for now. I will explain it much simply. Okay? How I know is 444. So that's very simple. Okay, step 1, I'm going to cut. So this one I put away first. Okay, step 1, I'm going to cut. I have this 20 cm square, right? Okay, if I have another 20 here, okay, let me make this a little bit smaller. This is my one set of the one in blue. Okay, this and this is the same size. Agree? Same size, So I take away 20, I am left with 70 here. Balance 70. Got it? 70, Then I take away another 20, balance is 50. Take away another 20, balance is 30. Take away another 20, balance is 10. And how is 10 related to the blue color part? I just cut it into 2. Okay? Understand? Everybody understand? What am I doing here? Again, I am cutting it into smaller pieces. And notice that my 90 cm here and 90 cm here is the same. Okay? Understand? Got it? Alright. The screen is a bit blurred. Let me just move it closer for you. Okay? Alright. So how did I get the balance piece here? This is just half of my one set. One set is this part, This is one set. So the balance piece here is 10, which is half of 20. So I cut this into 2, I get the balance piece already. So 44 cut into 2, I get 22. Okay? Understand, everybody? Alright. This one no need to prove. In primary math, very little proving. For this question, no need to prove also. Okay? Alright. This is a regular Apple Pencil. I am just putting a sleeve on top so that it's easy for me to write. Why we need to plus the 22 and not just the 44? That's because if I cut this, I want the shaded part. If I cut this into 20, 20, 20, 20, and you just take the 44 up here, you still got this balance piece of 22 that you need to add to give you the shaded part. Understand? Clear? All got it? Alright. Can ya? Okay. So this one no need to use length and breadth because I can do cutting method. If you want length and breadth also can. You can find common factors. You can find common factors to give you the common sides here. Common factors between 20 and 44 to give you a common side here, and therefore you can find this part and that part and you can multiply to give you the answer as well. Got it? Okay, alright. This lesson is already recorded. You don't have to record it, okay? You don't have to record it. It's already recorded. It will be uploaded on YouTube, okay? So you don't have to record it. You don't need to waste your space, okay? Alright. Okay, if you understand, can you please help me spam the like button? Thank you very much. The Apple Pencil came with the iPad. I cannot remember how much it is, but it's from Apple. So if you're asking if it's expensive, it's actually just the regular Apple Pencil. The sleeve here is from Shopee. It's very cheap. Few cents, $2, $1 plus, around there. Okay, so for those of you who are asking, I am using Notability if you want to use this for note-taking as well. Okay. All right, any other questions related to math? If not, I will move on. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next question. Okay, let's go on to the next question. Again, this question, how to solve? I just cut to give me many parts of what I already have. Okay, and this portion here is 90, same as this part, 90 cm squared. Okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, before we go on to question number 4, I'm going to very quickly share with you our last call for crash course. Please remember to sign up for the crash course. We have less than 33 seats left as of today. It will be on 11th to 13th of March, next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, from 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. Okay? So please get your parents to register for your crash course, for this crash course, and me and Coach Irfan will see you there. We will cover problem sums on before, change, after. We will cover area and perimeter questions. We will also cover a RFPD, ratio, fractions, percentage, decimals questions. Okay? All right. Okay, so once again, thank you for all your kind words. I'm looking at it as you are typing. Thank you very, very much for all your kind words. This will be online for those of you asking. This will be online via Zoom. If you don't know this symbol here, it's the Zoom symbol. Please go on to mastermaths.com.sg/PSLE Maths Crash Course with another slash at the back. And that is the last call for the crash course. Okay. Arash, you promise already, huh? I will go and check. Just kidding. All right, let's move on. Okay. Let's move on, okay, everybody? All right, next question, number 4. Question number 4. Sorry. The area of the shaded part is 120 cm square. Find the perimeter of the shaded part. This one got perimeter. Thanks for commenting on my hair. I went for a treatment recently. Okay, this one is P5, P6 level, yes. Yes, faster register for the crash course, you are right. It will close very soon this week. Okay, everybody, let's take a look at this question. Not a lot of information. We only know, let's focus, Everybody focus, okay? We only know the shaded part here is 120 cm square. And we know that this is 4 cm, 4 cm. That's all, nothing else already. No information. How to solve? How? Anybody knows? Yes, you can. Who is that? You can? How? How to solve? Do you want a hint? The hints for this question. Just now we did cutting. Another spatial visualization here. We are going to use, one hint for you, cut and paste. How to use cut and paste to solve this? If you use cut and paste, you solve it in 2 steps. Simple. Okay? Cut and paste, solve in 2 steps. 38 cm, no, not 38. Try again. Not 36, try again. How to know how many times to paste? You just, whatever part that you cut, you paste. You don't cut one time and then you paste 10,000 times. That's not right. Whatever you cut, you put back. So you paste back, okay? Danish, well done. And somebody else here, potato, you got 68. Fantastic. The answer is indeed 68 cm. How to solve? How to get 68 cm? Do you even know how to cut and paste, everybody? Okay, I'm going to write it here for you. Another hint. We cut and paste to form a rectangle. Let's form a rectangle easily here. How to cut and paste to form a rectangle? Okay? How to cut and paste to form a rectangle? What kind of question need to use cut and paste? Questions that typically don't have a lot of information and typically are talking about areas. You can cut and paste to form other shapes. Okay? And questions where you realize that it looks like a regular shape but twisted to form something else. For example, we have an L shape that can be bent or shifted to form a rectangle. Hence, I can cut and paste to form a rectangle. Okay? Everybody understand? One more time. How to know cut and paste? I teacher, of course I know, right? But for you, how? How you know it's cut and paste? Let me share with you. Number one, you don't have a lot of information in the question and it is area and perimeter type of question. Okay, area, perimeter type and not much information. Number two, it looks like a regular shape that you can form if you shift things around. So how do I know this question I can use cut and paste? Because I have L shape. And I know for L shape, if I shift this up, I can form one long rectangle, right? It looks like a regular shape, but I shift around to form something else. So that one, I know confirm can use cut and paste. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. The bottom part, I cut, I paste, put on top. What do I have? A rectangle, right? I have a rectangle. This part, everybody understand? Because it looks like an L, I just straighten the L, become rectangle. That's why I know can cut and paste. Because I can form a regular shape. Something that I know. Okay? Great. Alright, so let's move on then. If I have rectangle, what do I do? If I have rectangle, what do I do? Okay, do I know what to do now? Yes, I drew this other rectangle, yes. This one is draw one. I can change to a different color if you would like. Okay, basically this part, I cut, put on top. I just shift. Okay, understand? Great. Okay, then yes, very good. A lot of you know already. This whole thing is 120. I just divide by 4 to find the entire thing. Excellent. So the length of shaded rectangle will be 120 divided by 4 to give us 30. Okay? 30. Can? Great. Then now that I have 30, I can fit it in. This whole thing must be 30 cm already. Okay, how to find perimeter of shaded part? Why 4? Because the question told me this one is 4, this one also 4. When I move, this one also becomes 4. At first it's below, now then I move, it becomes a 90-degree turn, okay? Let me show you, everybody eyes on the screen, okay? I'm going to show it to you once. Eyes on the screen, I'm going to show it to you once. Okay, this one, I move here and then I turn. That's why it become like this. Okay, I shift it 90 degrees. Can see, From below, I shift 90 degrees, put on top, become one rectangle. Got it? Okay, that's what I have done. Great, more of you can get 68. So simple, right? Perimeter, just look for perimeter. That will be 30 plus 30 plus 4 plus 4 to give you 68. Simple. So easy. Finish already. Right? Any questions? What seems like a tough question? No information. You shift, suddenly become one regular rectangle that you can find. Okay? How I found 30? The question says area of shaded part is 120. So the length must be area divided by breadth to give us length. 120 divided by 4 cm to give us 30. Got it? Okay, 68 cm, 68. All right. Once again, 120 cm square, I divide by 4 cm to give me the length 30. Okay, so 30 divided by 4 gives us, 30 times 4 gives us 120 inside. Okay, area is length times breadth, yeah? Okay. I can also do 30 plus 4 times 2. 30 plus 4, 34 times 2 gives us 68. Also can, no issues. Okay? Alright. For those of you asking, yes, we do have Set 2 Math. The live stream will be tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. It's regular secondary math, not necessarily Set 2, but we will cover Set 2 topics as well, okay? Alright, last question for the day. Why divide by 4 once again? Let me show you. Area of rectangle equals to length times breadth. Area is 120 given to us, breadth is 4. So to find length will be 120 divide 4. Okay? Basically, length times 4 gives us 120. So to find length, I divide. Got it? Clear, everybody? Great. Alright, thank you for all the likes that are coming in. I really appreciate it. Alright, I hope you are gaining some form of realization that actually questions that seem tough can be simplified by just shifting things around, or in this case we call it cut and paste. Okay? If you find this method to be very refreshing for you, something that is very turns out to be very easy, understandable, can you help me spam the like button, please? Alright, thank you very much. Okay, in the meantime, that's great. In the meantime, can you also let me know how you guys are feeling about your March holidays coming up? Well-deserved break after term 1, right? Thank you for all your kind words. Great. Very excited, right? How many of you are sad that you are going for March holidays? You want to continue going to school? Anyone? I believe most of you are excited, right? Those of you who still have school, you would still get some breaks here and there, right? Great. Yeah, fasting month coming up, indeed. Fasting month coming up also. How many of you confirm fasting and can fast? Last time when I was younger, at 12 years old, fasting was very tough for me because I like to play basketball a lot. Okay, shall we move on to the last question, everybody? Let's move on to the last question for today. 2015 PSLE Paper 2. Paper 2 question. So you can use calculator, okay? Oh, you did this in primary 3? Really? Oh wait, you mean you fasted in primary 3. Okay, I get it now. Alright. For those of you not fasting, that's fine. You are going to have a well-deserved holiday. You can eat as much as you want then. Okay, last question for today. Last question for today. Alright, let's start with this question. 2015 PSLE Paper 2, question number 13. Now this figure shows a right-angled triangle. We have base, height, 24 and 10 respectively, and the slant length to be 26 cm. Now this question is only part B. Actually, there is a part A to the question. The part A is asking you to find area, which is just half times base times height. Okay, area is half times base times height. So I have omitted part A, okay? Okay, now for this question, we have this person, Dina, she wants to cut these triangles from a large cardboard piece. the cardboard piece measures 100 cm by 60 cm. Okay? At most, how many of such triangles can she cut? How many of you got your answer as 50? Anybody got 50? If you got 50, can you please type a me? If you got 50 as your answer. If you got 50 as your answer, I see some people getting 50. Oh, there's a lot of you getting 50. Okay, how you got 50? You find half times base times height, and then you find 100 times 60, you divide the two. If you got 50, unfortunately, wrong, not correct. Cannot get 50. 50 answer is not right. Why not 50? Why cannot be 50? Anybody knows why cannot be 50? Imagine you are doing it yourself. Okay, everybody focus. Why cannot be 50? A lot of people will do this. Big area divide small area. Okay, I'm going to zoom in. Why we cannot take big area divide small area? That's because we need to account for the gaps. Why we need to account for gaps? Imagine you have a piece of paper. When you cut, they are bound to have gaps. Agree? Make sense? For example, I give you an example. I have this paper, for example, 4 cm, and another paper, say for example, 3 cm. Okay? I want to cut tiles. Maybe my tile is 2 cm by 2 cm. Here, I only can cut maximum 2 cm. Balance is 1 cm. Cannot cut anymore. Right? And then here I can cut 2 pieces. 2 cm, another 2 cm. So maximum I can only cut 2. But if you take big area divide small area, you're going to take 4 times 3 equals 12. Then after that you take 2 times 2 equals to 4 cm square, small square. 12 divided by 4, you get 3. Answer is not correct. I can only maximum cut 2 pieces. So where you get the extra 1 piece from? You cannot take this gap, cut, paste everything into one part. You cannot cut and paste these two into one square. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? The gaps, you cannot do anything. You got to throw away, like small little strips of paper, got to throw away. Okay? Can? Alright, we have to account for the gaps when you cut. Okay, for example, I give you an example. Imagine I have this iPad. Okay, I have my iPad here. Alright, everybody can see my iPad, right? Now, if I want to cut pieces of my phone, the size of my phone, I can only maximum cut 1, below cut another 1. There is bound to have some spaces here, right? This part, I cannot fit another phone. I cannot fit another phone, you see? Cannot fit another side, right? So if I cannot fit, what can I do? I cannot do anything. All this empty space, I must throw away. Understand? So, I cannot use big area divide small area because I need to account for the gaps. I cannot do anything for the gaps. The gaps become excess paper that I got to throw away. Got it? So excess paper, I cannot do anything, got to throw away. So what do we do then? We just have to see along the breadth, along the length, how many can I cut? Okay? So once again, this is area optimization. One more time, this is on area optimization. I am trying to optimize as much as I can from the big piece of paper. Okay? So please don't ever take big area divide small area. That is a no-go. Even for volume, if I have solids, I cannot have big volume divide small volume. Okay? So the answer cannot be 50. So let me show you. Step 1. We have to form rectangles so that we can cut rectangles. Easier to cut rectangles than triangles. Okay? So this is what I'm going to do. I will first look at this layout and see what I can do with this layout. Okay? Everybody able to see this rectangle here? Okay? Imagine this is the cardboard. This is the triangle that I want. 10 by 24, I form a rectangle first. Okay? Form a rectangle first. So, for this question, I can just look at along the length. Along the length, I can have 100 divided by 24. Okay, 100 divided by 24. How many can I get? I can get maximum 4. There is going to be some remainder. I cannot do anything to the remainder. I just throw away. Okay? So, my balance here along the length is basically I can have 4 pieces. Then along the breadth, I can have 60 divided by 10 to give me 6. Okay? 60 divided by 10 to give me 6. So, I can have 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 6 of them, and 24, 24, 24, 24 with some balance, small strip of paper I throw away. Okay? So, this is the first layout. Then, that gives me with total rectangles, 6 times 4, which is 24. Hence, total triangles. I form triangles, remember? So, 24 times 2 to give me 48. Okay? Here, 48. Got it? Alright. So, here, I form rectangles first. Along the length, I can have 24, 24, 24, 24. Balance, I need to throw away. Small strip of paper, I cannot form anything, so I throw away. Okay, but for the 60, very nice. I can have 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 6 of them along the breadth. Hence, I will have 6 along the breadth. Okay? Then in total, I will have 48. Now, this is layout 1. You need to go and look at another layout. You can put it like this. You can also put it like this. Agree? Make sense? You can put it like this as well. Now, if you do it this way, along the length, this time round, I can have 100. This time round, I don't divide by 24. I divide by 10 instead. Okay, and I divide by 10, I will get 10 pieces. So I have 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 times. Alright, and along the breadth, that will be 60 divided by 24. This is another layout. Maximum, I can only have 2. 24, 24, done. 48 already. No more 24s. Balance is all extra pieces of paper. So that leaves us with total rectangles as 20 and total triangles as 40 because 2 triangles form 1 rectangle. Okay? So this is less than layout 1. Hence, this is not maximized. Okay, this is less than 48. So my answer is still 48. Got it? Okay, my answer is still 48. Clear? Alright, because I want at most. So I need to consider 2 layouts. Either I put it this way or I turn it around this way. If I turn it around, what we have done earlier, I realize, I can find or I can fit in more triangles. Okay, more triangles. If I just put it this layout, I can have only 40 triangles. I want at most, so my answer is 48. Got it? Okay, everybody? Where I get the 10 from, that's from here. 10 cm. Okay, the breadth. Clear? Or the height of the triangle. Alright, so the final answer is still 48 using layout 1. You have to consider both layouts to get you at most. Okay? How I get 40 but the answer put 48? Because using this layout, I get 48. I can have more triangle. Using the second layout, I have less triangles, 40. Since I want at most, I stick to layout number 1. This is the most optimized, the best for me. So my answer is still 48. Clear? Alright? If you use layout 2, your answer will not be correct because they want at most. So at most means I need to use layout 1. Layout 1 is better. Okay? Hi Faris. Everybody understand? One more time. Layout 1 is better because I can get more triangles. Layout 2, if I turn it around and I cut it another way, I can only have 40 triangles with more waste paper. Not helpful at all. Okay? Alright. All clear? Okay, if you are clear, thank you very, very much to have spent your evening with me. Just nice, we have ended at 8:43, which is 2 minutes before what I wanted, which was 8:45. So that's great. If you understand and you have learned some techniques like cut and paste, cutting into smaller parts, finding area of triangles, and using different layouts to help you optimize area better, please help me spam the like button. Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Coach Shahira. I will not be having the live class next week onwards until the end of Ramadan. We are going to have a pause. Okay, we are going to have a pause for the Ramadan break. When we see each other again, that will be after Ramadan. So that will be in April. Alright? So if you would like to have some more help, don't hesitate to come and sign up for our crash course. The link is at the top. Okay, do sign up for our crash course. And if you would like even more help, please don't hesitate to come and reach out to us. Okay? Thank you everybody. For those of you who are fasting, selamat berpuasa for all of you. And if you're not fasting, happy holidays as well. And I will see you guys after fasting month. Okay? Thank you everybody. Good night. I will stay here a little bit longer to explain more things if you want me to. Otherwise, I will see you guys again after Ramadan. Okay? Thank you everybody. Bye. Good night. Remember to eat well, drink well, and sleep well, please. Rest well. Okay, everybody? Bye. Bye, Danish. Bye, Arash. The crash course is not free. It is $297 for 9 hours, 3 days. Bye. See you soon. Thank you very much for letting me know. Great that you got great marks for weighted assessment. Nice. Bye. If you have any questions, thank you very much. If you have any questions, please let me know, okay? Thank you. Yes, Arash. Let me drink some water. Oh, welcome. Good night, Naisha. Bye. Thank you. Usually the things that we cover here are applicable for both P5 and P6, both. Like area and perimeter questions like this may appear in P5 papers as well, since area and perimeter is also covered in P5. Okay? Yeah, we can do RFPD again after Ramadan. We will definitely revisit it again, don't worry, okay? Because it's a very big topic in PSLE. So we will definitely revisit it again. Alright. Why you want to keep staying here? I'm going to end already, okay everybody? I will see you guys after Ramadan. I hope that you have a good March holiday break. And please remember to sign up for our crash course. Okay? See you guys soon. After Ramadan, yes, we will cover ratio again, don't worry. We will cover more things, okay? Like some of you wanted angles, we will also cover angles. Good night. Okay, if you got no other questions, I end the live here, okay? Percentage also, yes, RFPD, ratio, fractions, percentage, decimals. We will cover it during the crash course also. So great if you can attend the crash course. Okay, good night. Bye. I'm going to end in 3 seconds. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.